In the heart of the Highlands, where the wind carries stories older than time, a new chapter begins. Here, the land and water breathe as one. The farmers rise with the morning mist, and now they cast more than seed. They cast lines into the deep. The Highlands Fishing Expansion brings more than just a livelihood. It brings life to the rivers that twist between mountain and meadow. From field to shore, from plough to paddle, your hands shape every inch of this world. This isn't just farming, it's harmony between soil and stream, between man and nature. So take a breath of that Highland air, listen to the call of the loch, and remember, out here, every ripple tells a story. Welcome to the Highlands.
Well, welcome to episode 1 on Kinlag. This has been the map that we've all been waiting for since FS25 was announced. If you're a UK player. Maybe if you're not a UK player. But we are here. We're in Scotland. We're in the Highlands. And this is going to be home now. For quite some time, I think. I had a live stream recently. If you're watching this on the day this is being released, I had the live stream yesterday. The game update was released yesterday, November the 4th. So this is all still very fresh. But for me, I am absolutely over the moon that they've done such a good job with the map. I was expecting they may have fallen short. Don't get me wrong. There are very minute areas that would benefit from improvement, but it's a fantastic job and I'm happy with this. So let's get going on this new series. We are going to probably make a long-term series out of this because it, like I said, my first-hand experience of the map, I feel like I'm ready to play this for the long haul. Okay. I have decided not to, however, start on the main starter farm that pretty much everyone else has started on. We are on this small little holding. And I'll find out where on the map this is. It's down near about the south of the map, I believe. Not too far from the sawmill. So that's where we're starting at. I have placed down a mini sawmill. And I've placed down a refined wood chip factory up in that corner near where the forestry area is. We have 2 JCB tractors, the large one and one of the smaller older ones. We have a budding trailer in here. The smaller capacity one, we can increase that. It can expand to a larger capacity, which is useful later on in the series. And we have a flatbed trailer. Oh, we also have the ATV. Just because that's fun. It'll have no real practical use other than the fact that if it snows, we can plough the snow. Yeah. So we start here with that. We also start with 3 fields. So I have set this field to ploughed state because we got, I think, a root crop in here and I wasn't prepared to do root crops on episode 1. I mean, I'm not prepared to do any crops on episode 1 on the fact that none of them are ready. We then have, I think it's sorghum in this field, which is 2 growth stages away from being ready. And then over in this far field, we have corn. Which again is about 2 growth stages away from being ready. But all in all, that's fine. So yeah, small bit of land, small set of fields, bit of work to do. Obviously on episode 1 we're going to put a crop in the ground. Because it's August we can only do canola, so we'll put canola in this ground here at some stage. I have got several mods as always on my game save, and we're going to utilise them to a certain degree of advantage. I want to keep the gameplay somewhat realistic in terms of it being UK based. I don't want unrealistically sized equipment, so I don't want I had that customised John Deere planter seeder. That's quite a wide planter, and yes, it makes my life so much easier planting ground quickly, but it's not particularly realistic for the UK. And yes, again, on other series that have been British maps I have used it, but for this one I want to go a bit more traditional British. That said, we will then, if this field is going to take X amount of hours to seed, we get 2 tractors, 2 seeders, and we do it that way. So we'll use methods like that to speed up things as opposed to large equipment, is my thought. I have not given myself this farm. I have taken a loan out. So we have a £1.25 million loan. That has allowed us to purchase the land and the equipment. So none of this is technically owned outright by us. It is a loan. That's a £5,200 a month payment we have to make every month for 24 years. I don't plan to do the series for 24 years, just heads up on that one. But that's the loan setup. A 24-year loan for 1.25 million, £5,000 a month. Ideally, we want to pay that back as soon as possible, but we definitely need to make at least £5,000 every month to pay off the interest side of it. With that 1.25 million, I have got 125,000 in the bank balance. It's a bit of a float to get us going because I don't want to have zero. We're going to have to lease or finance certain bits of equipment. So again, I need a bit of a slush fund there just to help us get going. And then once we become established, we can just start progressively paying off that loan bit by bit, which is nice. I want to do a bit more forestry. I would like to put, there's a cottage in the Constructables, like a UK based styled cottage with thatched roof. I'd like to put that up here somewhere. So I'm thinking of placing it here, looking out over the valley, is my thought. And again, because it's constructable, we'll have to build it. That's going to be the main driver on this series, is constructables and building projects. I want to really embed myself into that. That's why we've got that mini sawmill. We'll eventually purchase the larger sawmill to help production speed of things like that. We have ample forestry we can cut into. I am going to try and do a little bit of forestry in forestry mode, but a lot of it's going to be cutting down chainsaw and maybe a bit of super strength. I have got the other DLC pack on that gives us the vehicle with the chain, and again I'll at some point I'll purchase that, but we haven't got the value of the money for doing that just yet. So yeah, that's where things go. All in all, I am absolutely loving this. Now, quick query for yourself as audience members: if you're on the new DLC map, when I bought this starter farm, this silo, or appearing to be a silo, has no function. It just looks like it's decorative, so I've had to put this mod in, which is a £5,000 multi-grain 10 million litre I think silo. And I've edited it into this as best I could just so I can blend it in. But this had no function. I don't know if that's a me issue. Have I done something wrong? I thought each of the farms, because there's maybe 3 base game farms, I thought they'd at least have a silo on each farm. Now you can't delete that building either. It is static. I can delete this building over there and I can delete this shed. I've not found a way to delete the clutter, but I'm not too fussed about that. But yeah, so if this silo does work, and there's a knack to it, if there's maybe something else, a bit of land that I haven't seen that I need to purchase to get the access to that, if someone can let me know, that would be really, really helpful. Otherwise, it's just a decorative piece of land. Anyway, right, so I have set our shop to spawn items here. Again, I think just in the interest of saving time, I'm not going to go down to the local store. I'm not even sure where that is in relation to this map, this farm, sorry. Let's have a quick look. We have the fuel station here. So I'm not going to put a fuel pump on my farm at the minute. I'm going to leave that to be where we go and fuel our vehicles up. We have high fuel consumption enabled. Now, I'm assuming that's the shop there. Yeah, it would make sense if we came out here, go down there. Yeah, I'm fairly certain that's the shop there. Not a million miles away. We could use that and then just drive things up, but for now I've set the store to be here. Not that it's on my mini-map there. Again, not too worried just yet, but that's where the store is set at, or going to be set at. We have also got a ship. I haven't accounted that into my finances. That's just going to be for whenever we do the fishing side of things. I just figured it's easy to buy one outright and it's at least there, and we'll use that as and when we use it. So, and I believe that's just the forklift on the harbour. So we don't actually own that one. That's just part of the map. But yeah, that is pretty much the setup. And that's where we're going to start. Right, so I need a seeder, don't I? I want to put canola in the ground. Do we use the new seeder, which I believe might be a direct drill? Maybe not. I mean, it does make a difference. It's a ploughed field, so... How much to lease that? £6,500. And it's 6 meters. Is there anything better in terms of value? I've got these mods on. I don't particularly like these, if I'm brutally honest. They're useful on certain maps, but this one I'm not too fussed. That's 4.6, so it's a little bit shorter. That's 4. That's 6 meters, but I believe you'll need a seed tank. So that's 6 meters. So that one is slightly cheaper. No, we'll stick with the DLC one. So we'll lease that, and we'll also need to purchase some seed. These seed bags should be roughly about the same price as what you would purchase. Slightly cheaper than that one, but that one comes with more seed, so yeah, fair enough. We'll buy 2 of them. Get us going. Right. I'm going to run at 2x speed on this map. I'm not going to run at 5x speed. We can reevaluate that as the series progresses. At some point, Auto Drive guy may drop the Auto Drive route. We don't really have that at the minute. I've done a custom route from this farm down to the sawmill for when we need that. But that's all I've done. Do I need to unfold this to fill it? Quite possibly. Please tell me I don't need a telehandler. Right, load this in. There we go. I just wasn't close enough. We're also going to have to do some contracts to get our bank balance established. I should start on the up and down, shouldn't I? And I always forget to do that. I always default to the headlands, but no, let's do the up and downs. Right, I will see you when this field is done. Right, well, that is the seeding all done, which is fantastic, and now we have a dirty seeder. So we need to wash it, but we need to buy a jet wash. Here we go. Let's see. Can I reach that without moving? Possibly, yes. So if we clean this, we can return it and it won't incur a washing cost. Go, and so you might as well clean it back to it. We got 2,700 returned. We leased it for 6,800, so that's not too bad. And the field is nicely done. Now, I think what we need to do, and I maybe should have done this at the start of the episode rather than after the field, but I should have cut a few trees down and put them into the sawmill. Got that going. So, if we take this trailer up, I am going to use super strength. I'm not going to be faffing too much. I must admit, the turning circle on this on the JCB does not seem to be fantastic. At least not in my opinion. So if I want to use this bit of land for the house, I need to give it a bit more of a clearing. Start with this tree here. Rid of the stump. You're going to have to drill a little bit more to make it a bit more accessible for the trailer. And one might just fit in. A little bit long, but we'll go with that. I will try and do a little bit more realistic forestry at some point, but I think for the most part we're just going to clean dirty it. This, yeah. Be helpful to get rid of that bit as well. I didn't buy the fishing rod. I think you get that as default on this map. in any farm mode. I think I started with start from scratch, and you still get the fishing rod. It's almost like they want you to do fishing. Right, we'll take that one tree down, see what that gets us. And then I think I'll do a little bit off camera, because watching me cut down trees is probably not the most exciting. There is a deadwood contract, so I think I might do that. Gives us a bit of income as well as giving us the tree. Right, so if I line this up, yeah, oh, it just takes it. Fantastic. Didn't even need to unstrap. I'm going to start all three because we will need all three, I think. The plan is to build a castle up, and the plan is to build some of those wooden shacks. That's the plan for me so far. Yeah, so we'll do that. We'll see how this gets us. And we'll just take it gradually, bit by bit, as and when we need it. Right, I will catch you in a few seconds from your perspective, and hopefully not too long from my perspective. Right, so that is the deadwood contract complete. We got just over £2,000 for that. Fantastic. The wood, I'll be honest, I counted what I had. We got 10 trees to cut down. They were about 21 meters in length. So I basically spawned in the appropriate length up here at the sawmill and surplus there. Again, just save a little bit of time. It wasn't going to be on camera anyway, so it just seemed pointless doing it all by hand in this occasion. Right, so that is that done. We have got our field seeded. We will probably need to we can buy precision farming. I thought I'd already done that for these fields. Right, so I think I'd done that on the live stream and forgotten that I hadn't done it for this series. So yeah, so right, we need nitrogen and pH lime on there. We will... I have got the red tape mod that Oz is asking me to test currently on here. There's been a further update to that. So we need to do that. I have picked up the natural fertiliser scheme, which means we really shouldn't be using the likes of solid fertiliser on here, or liquid fertiliser. We don't have animals producing any manure or slurry yet, so we maybe need to consider that as well. I will need to consider where to put them, because we don't currently have a huge plot of land. In fact, let's go in build mode. There's this field, and that field. And then the rest is trees. So I don't, unless we clear more land, we're going to have nowhere to put a pasture or a barn. And I don't want to cut down a huge amount of trees. I don't mind doing some, but this land's not the most level. So again, potentially not great for animals. I mean, arguably we could cut this little corner out and then put a small cow pasture there, because I do want Highland cows. I really want them. So we could put them down here. So I think that's the overall goal. But that won't help us for the time being. We'll also need a grass field. So I think after this field's been done with canola, I really should put grass in here. But once this field's been done with canola, we might put grass into it. The other option is when these fields have been harvested, we could take a fraction of the field size to put like a pasture in or a shed here. So yeah, there's room for manoeuvre to think about what we're going to do. But for now, that's that. Right, so I've cleared out a little bit of land, not a huge amount, just this small little corner here. So I'm hoping, where are the constructables? So I want to put these out at some point, not here, but at some point I want to do this. There's a revenue stream you can get from them, which is good. But this is the building I'm looking at getting. Think about it, when it comes out, it will hopefully look over this area here, is my thought. So yeah, so we're going to have to pre-level the land a little bit. I don't want to level it massively. But I don't want to take the chance that it does it itself. Again, I really want to get this done sooner rather than later. It could be we focus on this first before we start building the castle. Right, let me faff with the land a little bit. I'll come back to you when I'm ready to place it. Right, okay, so I've had a small bit of faff. I don't really want to use the auto levelling on here, because that still looks like it's going to be quite an expensive levelling job. I just want to kind of, I think, just place it here and then I'll blend the landscape a little bit around it. We put that in there. Okay, right. So maybe we're going to have to wait until the house has been built a bit more to do a little bit there, because there was going to be the rest we wait until the house is built to see how that pans out. Right, what do we need? Oh, we have a floating fence. We'll pretend that doesn't exist. Oh, cement bags. Is that what we have to start with? Right. Well, I think we're going to have to purchase a few things, because we're not going to be making cement bags. So I'm going to go down to the warehouse, purchase them. It's a shame it didn't tell you more than that. But yeah, so I need to get cement bags. I head down there, and I'll see you at the warehouse. Right, so I have driven down. I have done an auto drive route, so hopefully that means going forward we can just send the vehicle and trailer down to this point periodically. So cement bags is what we need. Can we get these from here? I assume we can. There we go. Cement brick. Cement bags. So we need 2 of them. Is it likely we're going to need more? Probably. Should we buy 4? I don't think we're going to come. It's not going to come in wrong, is it? We'll buy 4. There they are. I'll use the auto pickup that the mod I've got enabled gives me. There we go. And we will set that back to farm and we'll follow it up. At least I will follow it up. Make sure it gets back there. 3.5 minutes. Any luck, it should get there with ease. I will see you back at the farm. Right, so if we line this up, we should hopefully allow it to take off the trigger. Oh, it took them all. I wasn't expecting that. So I can store 10,000 litres in there. It only needs 2,000 currently. I'm hoping it means it'll need 10,000 litres, or at least somewhere near that at some point. Yeah, okay. It will do its thing. We will do our thing. But I think for now, for episode 1, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you very soon. Bye for now.